Hey, how y'all doing? I think we should be streaming. Yeah. Hey, how are y'all? Hey, Eric, how you doing, man? Can you hear me? Can you hear me fine? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? I'm out in the garage tonight. It's finally sort of warm enough. It's a little chilly out here. It's probably I don't know what it is outside, but it's not perfect yet. Hey, Wild Bill, you guys can hear me, right? Yep, 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 yep. Yep, out here got my army hat on. I like wearing this when it's cold. It's kind of cool. Hey, Ron for the Hills, Wild Bill. How's it going? Yeah, just getting started. I figured I'd start early. I'm kind of surprised, man. I was expecting some kind of big coming up. All right, good deal. Eric Quinn, sir, how you doing, man? We're out in the garage, man. I've been working in the garage. Hey Dana, how you doing, sir? So we're getting started early. I'm gonna start early. I figured I'd get preempted by I guess that E-Flight started taking orders on the oh heck, what's that? What's that yellow EDF called? The Griffin. No, not the Griffin, but the I don't know what it's called. I don't think I'll be buying it. I've got a plane I want to get, two that I want to get, but I gotta wait. I go get the big bike from the shop. I'm probably gonna get it Saturday, or no, I'm probably gonna get it Monday. Hey, how's it going? You guys getting to fly at all? So glad everybody's here tonight. It's been an interesting week. Stocked up on sand. Oh my God, you getting that much rain? Oh, we got so much rain. Oh, holy cow. When I went out to the field on Wednesday, I was half expecting to have standing water, but it wasn't bad at all. The grass is growing though. The runway grass is growing faster than the other stuff. We're gonna do sand. Sand's coming Saturday, so got that going for me. But I can't believe it's Thursday already. I tell you what, man, for my first week being without work, it's like I've been busy. I've been so busy getting stuff done, stuff I wanted to do for a long time. Like I'll show you a rack I built um, for planes and stuff. I'm put casters on it. Hey David, how you doing, man? Eric. Yeah, my buddy did that Wild Bill. He made a Reno racer with the E-Flight AT6. It was like a Texaco scheme. I've got a video on it. It's one of the older, like maybe 4 years ago videos that we did. It was pretty cool. Um, it looked nice, man. He had some graphics, like NASCAR graphics and stuff like that. Joe, how you doing, sir? Hey, Joe. Hey, Michael Mafia, how you doing, sir? Doing well out here in the garage. It's kind of echoey out here. It's funny, like when we bought this house, we knew the highway was busy, but it's like they always showed Linda that when Linda looked at the house, it was always on a non-busy day when the army wasn't flying because there's a stage field close. But in this part of Alabama, there's 18 stage fields, so you're always having helicopters flying, during the day. And there's a real expensive, like probably 400, 500,000. That's a lot of house here in Lower Alabama neighborhood where the Chinooks fly over. Yeah, we get some action though, and I like going to stage fields. I shot a video there. I'll probably shoot some more videos at the stage field. I got two of them up the Army training, but I don't really upplay the Army pilot training part of it. I just like I don't know. I just kind of keep it kind of on the down low, even though there's plenty of videos that cadets they'll even take cameras up in the birds when they fly, and it's on YouTube. All right, birthday present, yeah. Yeah, I got that going for me. Birthday's coming up, but yeah, it's just like, hey Dave, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Yeah, it's been a weird week for subs, man. I was up. I lost two subs, but they come, they go. I don't really worry about it, but I just want to get out of the 500 so badly. But it is what it is. I don't, I can't, I mean, it isn't going to change anything I do on the show or anything like that. It isn't going to matter, but it's just the type A in me that's wants to. I didn't fly today. I worked here around the house, uh, worked in the garage, straightening the garage out a little bit. It's still, it's not perfectly clean, but it's more organized now. Because what happens is we have a steel building in the back, and it's like stuff that's supposed to be in a steel building migrates its way up in the garage. We don't put cars in here, just bikes and stuff. And I hang out in the garage. I mean, I'm in the garage. I don't know. I'm in the garage more than I'm in the house. And I just got a workbench here, and then behind me I've got my old Black and Decker table that I've built so many things on. David, yeah, it's pretty good. We're gonna wait till 7, then we'll start going through the bag and some stuff, and I'll show you. I'll show you around. You can see the plane rack that you see over this shoulder. This plane rack right over there. It's got the air tractor in it and stuff. That's a freestanding or stand that I built because those boxes behind there. I've got guitars in those boxes. I don't know what kind of shape the guitars are in, but I got a lot of guitars in there, and most of them are just stuff I bought in Korea. That's it's good guitars and everything. I was friends with the guy in the guitar shop. Went to some of the factories and stuff. I don't know. I'm hoping they're in good shape. I don't know. I haven't looked at them for a while, so I have doubts. But yeah, David, you're doing well, man, giving stuff away. But I just don't want to be the giveaway channel. Like I guess when and if we get 1,000, I've been kind of floating the idea of giving away 1,000 on 1,000 type of deal, but I don't know if the old lady will hang, or Linda will hang for that or not. And I better watch it because she might be watching the stream in there. But I wouldn't do anything without her permission. But yeah, racks galore. That's what I got, man, because I got planes galore. I mean, yeah, when she was working out here, like during the COVID, she was working from home and she was working in the garage and she was counting them, but she never counted them all. She missed some. And then I've got, what do I have in the house? I have 2 racks in the house. I have 2 racks in the bedrooms that hold 4 to 6 planes each, depending on how I put them in there. The ones I got in the house are, I mean, all my planes. I like all my planes. It's like Tug Hill. He was asking me to name my 10 best planes, and it's like because the Perry swap meet is only Mickey. How you doing, sir? I still haven't watched your last video. I've been trying to catch up on videos. But I've just been busy, and then tomorrow we got to go. We have an appointment at I don't know 1 o'clock or something like that. I got to go to our finance guy, and I've been dodging talking to him. I've only been once, and Linda handles that. But so we're gonna go over there. He's probably gonna try to get me to buy this insurance, but I got insurance through. I bought it, got it through the VA, and I've got some other that I bought and stuff, but I don't know. Mental problem, yeah. It's like I used to buy almost every new plane that would come out. I would get, it's just, and then my buddies at the beach, they're like, man, Jeff, you got to quit doing that. You got to fly the planes you got. You got to learn how to fly them well, instead of just flying them. And, I'd fly them and trade them off. Those guys give them good deals. But the people out at the club that I fly in now, out at Liberty Landing, it's like most of them are, they fly balsa. That's what they like. That's what they fly. It's all good. And, I wouldn't mind having a balsa, but I mean, some days out there, all they do the whole time they're there is try to get their motors running right, or better. I don't know. I think it's better. They all want them to run better, get it to run good. I've got about 300. This spring, I've made a lot of planes. Yeah, Eric, I hope you get to fly more, buddy. I know you want to. Hey, Roach, how you doing, sir? Yeah, it's just, it's like Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday. It was cold in the morning. and it started warming up, and there wasn't much wind here, but there's always more wind at the field. That's just the way it goes, you know. It's like you can get to the field, and you know, you sit there and you say hi to everybody. It's calm, you know. As soon as you pick a battery up, put it inside a plane, you know, the winds pick up you know, and then it becomes a crosswind and stuff. And I can fly in winds, you know. I've used to fly in stronger winds than I've been flying out there, but I don't know. Yeah, I've got Dana. I've got I have the Sig Cadet um, senior sport, and I have it, and I've got my eyes on a. There's a couple three possibilities for balsa planes. Yeah, one of the Extreme RC uh, 3D planes. The people that sell the oh God, what is it? That sell the P&P balsa planes. They have a sport plane that looks fantastic. But if I build a balsa, I'm probably going to build the 4-star, and I don't know if it's going to be the 54 or the 60 electric, because a buddy of mine that was in our old club, he used to fly that, and it flew really well. Welcome everybody. You know, I don't know. You know, when I number my shows, I come up with these crazy numbers because I've done so many streams on my phone and stuff. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I know some people like numbering their streams, you know, and I didn't do it this week. I didn't because I figure I'm going to, you know, kind of keep things generic when I post up on it in there. And I put this. This is for the garage. This is my garage scene. I made it big. Yeah, because it's going to get hot out here, and I'll get run out. That's for sure. At least I remember to unplug the air compressor. Hey Pat, how you doing? Our air compressor, man, when that thing kicks on, man, it is scary loud. You know, it's just a little electric one. It has a tank, but it works well. Use it for, you know, everything you use an air compressor for. But yeah, I'm just excited, man. I can't believe it's Thursday. And I literally had to think Wednesday when I went to fly. I was like, what day is this? You know, I didn't care. Ah, it's been nice. I've only got one call from work. I figured I'd get more, but you know, David, he said he might stop in the show. He's pretty good. He's a sharp guy, young guy, you know, and if he wants the job, I hope they give it to him, because I've told, you know, the sergeant major and then the first sergeant, the deputy commandant, and the commandant that, you know, heck, they should hire him in a snap. I'm just glad everything's going well, because you know, I was worried, but you know, it's like, you know, in the military you leave jobs all the time, and it's like you're the most important person while you're there, and then when you're gone, you know, it's like, yeah, that Jeff did that. That was Jeff's fault. He screwed that up. So what's the name of that plane that Horizon? I guess it's a big deal. They started taking pre-orders on it. It's oh man, I can't think of it. It's the yellow one. It's the not the Mirage, but yeah, whatever. If I wanted to go look for it, I would. But it's 7 o'clock, so let's go ahead and let's get started on this. Let it focus. Yeah, I was kind of worried. My signal out here in the garage is only 4 bars, but I watched part of a video out here, you know, and it came in through. Randy, how you doing? But mainly what I wanted to do tonight was just, you know, like things we have. Oops, that worked out well. That worked out well. Clumsy Jeff. I can't do it. I'm sitting in a good chair, so I got to be careful. But stuff in the flight bags. You know, it's like I don't know what you guys carry in a flight bag, but I carry it. But here's what I put my batteries in. It's just an insulated cooler, and I put all my batteries in there and Tuco's water. You know, I've got them in little fireproof bags. I just throw them in there and zip it up and put it in the car, and they stay nice and cool. Because that's the biggest thing here in Lower Alabama. We got cold mornings, but I don't go out and fly when it's cold. I only go out when it's like 45 or so. But this bag, and you know, like if you were to get something smoking or something like that, all your batteries in this bag, you can throw it out, you know, of the car. But that's what I use. I like it. It's got straps, so it's easy to carry. I can carry my battery bag, my flight bag, and my radio box one trip to the car. But my flight bag, let's see. This is what I have for a flight bag. It's just like your standard work bag. You know, it's got pockets everywhere. I keep all my adapters in here, and I got a lot of adapters. Mainly, you know, I only use like maybe 3 different types of adapters. But if somebody at the field, you know, because when I used to fly at the beach, sometimes somebody would forget an adapter, and I'd go ahead and get it. But tools I use a lot. I use forceps. I have 2 sizes. I have the little ones right here, and then I have the big one. This one you can pretty much reach inside of a plane and grab wires or anything if you need to. But these forceps have come in handy. I'd like to get more, but I've even used them like when I'm gluing stuff together to kind of clamp on it. I haven't used them for soldering yet. I probably won't because I like them. I've got this tool kit that I keep in the. I keep this in the car, but out of this tool kit, the most important thing are the ball link pliers. You know, if you got ball links, you should have ball link pliers. This kit wasn't very expensive. I can't remember where I bought it, but it's not very expensive. It has some common nut driver sizes in there and some Allen wrenches, but mainly I just use it for. It's got needle nose pliers, side cutters that come in handy. And I use the ball link pliers a lot. You know, if I want to adjust a clevis, because I don't like leaving my clevis adjusted with the radio. I like having everything mechanically set. I've got a heat gun that I take with me. You know, if I want to check the temperature of an ESC or something like that, I can go ahead and shoot it with the heat gun and stuff. And I was doing this when I flew off pavement at Toth, so I could show that the pavement was 130 degrees some days out there, you know, just as something to play around with. And this metric Allen wrench set, I use this a lot. You know, it's got all your metric sizes on there and everything like that. I keep that in the bag in case I have to, something comes loose and I can adjust it. Then for my This is the little plastic tin that has all the bolts and clips for the SIG Cadet. So when I take it out, I can put it together using everything that's in this plastic tub. And then this is for my Flex Aviation Cessna 170. That has everything I need to put the wings on the Cessna 170. So I can, you know, I've got everything. I don't have to look for it. I know right where it's at. I put it in there. Then I have a lot of tapes. I have the medical tape, I have electrical tape, I have clear packing tape, and I've got some Blendem tape in there somewhere in case I need it. And I even got more electrical tape. And I have several little prop spacers in case I have to put a prop on or somebody needs them at the field. And I carry, you know, like a 12 by 6, 11 by 6, and a 13 by 6. And then I've got some bug juice that I carry because sometimes the bugs are bad. I keep in the bag. I always carry rubber bands, you know, because I've got a couple planes that require rubber bands, or else the other guys, they need most of their planes, a lot of their planes, they need rubber bands. So I'm always the rubber guy. Careful. I got several assorted screwdrivers that I use, a pair of scissors. I've got for clip rings, C-rings. I got a pair of pliers for those that I take. I don't use them too much, but you know, I've got them if I need them when I'm doing a build or something. And let's see, a good pair of needle nose pliers. I've got several sizes of those. These I've used a lot. These are thin ones here. They got a fine point. They're real small point, so it's real good for sticking in stuff. And you know sometimes you can't get it with the forceps because this is so thin. this is so thin that you can get in there and grab stuff and pull it. If you need to pull a wire or something. And then I've got wrenches for the props, two of the common size wrenches for the props. Like this, most of your 1100s fits this, and then like my Flex and my Sig Cadet, that'll fit the prop nut, bigger prop nut. I keep those in there, and just assorted screwdrivers and stuff. And then this, a pair of needle nose vice grips. This has come in handy so many times. In fact, you can see this has a lot of paint on it, because like sometimes when I'm painting parts, I'll grab the part in the vice grip and then spray it and stuff like that, and I can keep from getting some paint on my hands anyway. And different pliers. And I've got this that has your common Allen wrench sizes in it. They're inside the head. I bought this at Hobby King. This thing, I love this thing. I use it more than the other one, but it's got all your wrenches right there and stuff, the common ones that you need stuff. So I always have that. Bind plugs, and I have more Allen wrenches in here, because there's a size of Allen wrench that you need that like none of those in the metric size will fit. I don't know if it's a JAS size, but you get those a lot with planes that have a set screw. They'll give you that Allen wrench, and you want to save that Allen wrench. I just stick them in the foam of my radio case. I have like 6 of them in there, and those work in most all set screws, for landing gear, because many times I've had to take my landing gear apart at the field and tighten up a set screw so I could keep flying it. And then I keep a pair of scissors in there for the tape and stuff. But then, like in my side bag right here, I've got my light wire for the Night Timber X. I keep that in there. I keep the wrench for this puts together the Grand Tundra, the wings on the Grand Tundra, because I have socket screws for that. So that puts that together. And then, of course, the world famous capacity battery checker. I check my batteries after every flight. It's like that flight, I think it was 36% I had left after that flight that I posted the video on of the Arrows F-15. But this heat gun, I think I picked this up at I don't know, Lowe's or something like that, but it works rather well. Like my monitor is 80 degrees. My computer, the top of my notebook is 81. My glass over here is 68. So I mean, this comes in handy. Because if you touch an ESC and it's hot, it's hot. But those are just some of the things that I carry in the bag. And like sometimes I'll throw different props in there. I have a big plastic tub full of props. I've got every size prop except for what I need for the Timber X. And everything I kind of keep in the same, I try to keep them in the same pockets so I know where they're at, so I can get to them kind of quick. But that's my flight bag. And I've got other adapters in here, and there's my adapters that I use. Let's pull that up. Sit down for a while. But that's what I carry in my flight bag. I don't know what you guys carry in yours. And then I have other tools that I have. I've got like in the Durango, it's you lift a compartment, you lift it up in there. I've got a battery operated hot glue gun that works great, and I have some hot glue sticks. David yourself, hot glue. It works well at the field. I used to carry CA, but in the heat, it seems like it would evaporate really, really bad, and stuff on it. But that's what I carry to the field. And that's how I do my batteries. Tuco's water goes in there, my water. Then, hey Don, how you doing, sir? Get caught up. Bob, Muskie Bob, how are you doing? Muskie Bob, his flight bag, he has like his flight kit, snow blowers, shovels, and everything else, man. He's up there. ABD, how you doing, sir? But that's what I take, and it works well. And then, like in my radio box, underneath the foam, I have paper to write on, and I usually have a pen and a marker in my bag, but I just took them out before I came out here. Yeah, just reading up in the chat there. But that's, that gives you everything that you can, because like if you break a prop, you can usually go under or over and still fly. You might have to, you know, adjust your power depending on what size batteries and what size ESC you have and everything like that for that. But hey, Roland, how you doing, sir? And I try to keep it, so one trip. That's my kind of my rule is one trip. Because like inside my radio bag, I have the GoPro, the two Mobiuses, extra battery for the GoPro, and my strap, and like under the top foam behind there, I've got my FAA crap printed out in there in case anybody wants anything. Even though you're supposed to be able to show it on the phone, but I don't think anybody's going to ever ask for that crap. But tell them to pound sand. That's my favorite saying, man, is pound sand. You go pound sand, man. I rotate my models. A lot of times I pick what I want to fly based on the wind. And then plus there's some of my warbirds that just don't fly off that ground out there. My Focke-Wulf, my Hobby King Focke-Wulf, I think it's going to fly if I take the wheel skirts off, and I've kind of come to the conclusion I'm going to take the wheel skirts off so I can fly it. Let me see. I can kind of show you. I don't know how this will work, but there's the plane rack that I just built. I just finished that. It's not finished yet. I got to put padding on it and rollers so it can be moved around, so it can be rolled out of the way. I mean, the wife's okay with me having it if I put rollers on it. But then I put the planes on it. It's not finished. I just threw those on there to kind of when I was cleaning the garage, sweeping, because I had them on the floor and then stuff. And I've got the arrows up there, and I've got my wings for the Sig Cadet Senior Sport, and then the Flex Aviation's 170 sitting there. Yeah, and then the planes. They touch, but that's my planes. I don't know. They're always scuffed. No, they're not. I take good care of them. And then this over here is kind of a mess. I've got on that table there where I have the orange striker. I've got the wings for the Grand Tundra, and I have my UMX planes there. I have 5 there, 2 in the bucket. Then over here, that's the rack I was telling you about. That rack, and there's my Hobby King C-140s up there, and I'm going to pull it out and fly it. But it's had a rough life because that's what I bought to learn on. There's not much left on that. But then I've got a couple. I've got my apprentice is over there in the box. I got another apprentice fuse up there, and then I've got the Park Zone extra that I tried. Geez, I don't even want to tell you what I was trying with it, but yeah, that's it. Then the rest of the planes, I want to say the good planes, but they're all good. They all fly well and stuff. They all look nice in the air. That's all I care about. It's how they look in the air. Oh yeah, that E-Flight Cherokee. I love flying that thing, man. It does well in the field. There's that part, it's $6 that breaks pretty easily. I'm getting hot. There's a part out there that breaks pretty easily. It's $6. It goes inside the landing gear. And after I broke that, I didn't put the spring back in it, I just take some duct tape and roll a thick layer of duct tape around the shaft, where it would be the spring. So that acts as a spring. And it works well. Oh yeah, it's a fun plane. They do still make. Oh, mine doesn't have the working tail wheel. It doesn't have the counter rotating props, but that thing still flies beautifully. Hey George, how you doing, sir? Yeah, I'm going to order some new cowls for it because I that thing has, the original one had real brittle prop shafts, and so like any kind of a ground strike, you'd break a shaft. And when I broke the shaft, I tried to take it out, and I bought a new shaft. My buddy's like, "Oh yeah, it's real easy to replace it." Well, it's real easy, yeah, if you like a press, and you can put it in a vise and then hit it with a press and push the shaft out. I tried taking it out. I got the C-clamp that held the magnets to the canister, and I lost that. So I flew it without that. It was just the magnets holding the outer shell on, and I flew it like that for probably 6 years until one day I stuck it in a tree, and it bent. I bent it pulled the propeller pulled off, and it bent the outer can that goes over the magnets. Yeah, Dana, that Cherokee, oh, when I was at Toth, if you look at the old videos, you can see Toth. It was 1,500-foot runways, and then two of the center ones, they had a cement tarmac. So it's like whatever direction the wind was coming from, you could fly. You could fly into the wind. When the guys were there, they didn't like doing that, but they were flying big ass heavy, fuel-y planes. But like when the winds I flew in, there was nobody there. It was just me and the dog that I had at the time, Rocky. Rocky used to love to go like Tuco does, go flying. Except for Rocky was pretty good. He didn't bark. If he got loose, he would chase a plane, but he was cool. He just give him some shade and water and a pat every once in a while and a treat. He would be great. But Tuco's fine too. He barks a little bit because in the videos that I put the arrows video out last night, the F-15. I've got another F-15 I'm going to pop tonight, and then Caleb, the young man that lives up there in the house, it's the house in the hangar. It's up towards the north side of the road. Like if I'm standing on a runway and I look to the left, he lives up there. He came down, and like I was flying the Bigfoot, and I landed and I said, "Here, go fly it," and he flew it well. He had a great landing and stuff, because that's what I'm kind of used to doing. Like down at the beach, it's like we all flew each other's planes. It's funny. My buddy Dave, he's probably the best pilot out of the bunch down there, other than Rick. Ricky, if you're in here, man, I appreciate it, buddy. I wish I could have the closed caption on during the live. I'm sorry we can't do that. I know you watch them later, buddy. I miss you. We're gonna get over to fly with you now that I'm retired and stuff. Get over there and see you guys. I miss flying with you, buddy. That's all I can say. I really do, and I hope you all are well. But Dave, man, he could fly anything. But it's funny, man. If he crashed, if somehow he just hand you back the transmitter and not say a whole lot. But it's just like you just can't, if you let somebody fly your plane, it's just a plane, you can be replaced. Well, most of them can't because they're out of stock. But heck, that's why I try not to get too mad when I crash. I hate it when I fail. I don't like failing, but it just frees up a space. Linda doesn't quite look at it like that, but no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I balanced 3 blades there, Randy. You just got to go slow and take it. Hey, Roy, how you doing, man? Yeah, I went through the flight bag and all the top secret stuff that I have in there. And then I have an animator I'm going to start taking out again and stuff with me. Yeah, George, it's a mess is what it is. It's a organized mess. The steel building is, since we got rid of a sailboat, so the steel building just has the mower in it and a few other stuff. a canoe, and I think we're down to one canoe and one kayak. They don't take up much room, and then we got Hank out there keeping the mice away. Hank's a rat snake that we found in the steel building this winter. He was coiled up, man. He wasn't moving fast at all. You know, I mean, we've taken him out in the woods behind our house, and we've thrown him out, set him loose in the woods, but he ends up right back in the building. Hey, TNRC. Uh-oh. Did no go well. Uh-oh. Fixable. Yeah, I had one of those little 182s. It wasn't anything that's being sold right now, but I didn't like the front landing gear. Of course, I bought it when I was because yeah, I wasn't having much luck learning on the C-147, so I figured, I'll buy a Cessna, and then after I destroyed it, I flew it a few times, and then when I was back out with the C-47, that's when Rick met me and put me on the Super Cub. The Super Cub is still here. It's right there, and it's N4768 Zulu. It's got my flattened wing on it with ailerons, duct tape ailerons. That was a proof of concept that's going on like 10 years. Yeah, I just put a carbon rod in it and smashed it down to the servos for the ailerons, and it works so well that I still fly with it to this day. And it's I put one of those, you could buy those metal motor mounts for it. Supper time. Yeah, we ate not too long ago. Yeah, BD, I'm staying with the stock motors, man. It's plenty fast when you run at full speed and stuff. I think it's fine. I like the way it flies. It's not as fast, it's not as fast as the Avante, but the Avante's an 80 mil inrunner. Yeah, Wild Bill, I like tail draggers too. But that T-28, man, it's like that plane is just. I like T-28s, man, but I don't think that landing gear would hold up 1 minute out there on that rough field. You see how rough that field is? Holy cow! Yeah, because every time, not every time, but almost every time when the F-16 goes up, the landing gear gets bent, not on the landing, but on the takeoff. Wow. So the landing gear got loose and did a hard left. Yeah. Want to get a cat? A real cat? Yeah, we've had a kit. We had a cat before. It was one coming home from a softball practice. I practically ran it over, man. The thing was little. It could sit in the palm of your hand. Little calico. That cat wasn't abandoned. That cat was tossed away. It was like Satan's little kitty. I don't know why it hated me. I didn't tease it. I didn't do anything, but it pee on my shoes, tear up my stuff. It was a pleasure taking her in to get her fixed. I'll tell you what, that was the best trip to the vet I ever had. Yeah, I don't know, Dave, because I fly smaller planes. I'm the only one that really thinks much about making it smoother out there. But I'll tell you what's helping is me driving on it. I'll drive up and down. Yeah, it is a pile of planes, Roy. Yeah, I think my wife or something put something back there that may have boogered up my clip wing cub. I'm kind of afraid to move it. But I have I think 10 more in the bedroom, maybe 11. I don't know. I don't count them. I just fly them. I just rotate them. I'll pick. I can't fly my 850 pits because I need I have to replace a servo, and I haven't ordered it. Every time I order something from Horizon, I forget to order the stupid servo. But now I've got a notepad. I've got my notepad that I keep notes in now. Old man notes, pen and paper, none of this notepad in the computer or anything like that. So I'm gonna write my big ass note saying buy a servo for that. Because I used I had what, 2 or 3 reverse servos out of the E-flite F-15. I used those. Huh. Dynam Metal Gear servo. Yeah, that's nice. Night, Husky. Nice night, Bob. Get some sleep. I don't hate cats. I mean, I got friends that have cats and stuff. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I was thinking that, and Caleb's dad, they have a disc or a disc out there, but you can haul behind a tractor. They could disc it up, and then we could plant some grass and roll it. You know, but I don't know. We're Saturday. We're going to be out there. I've got a rake lined up, a shovel. I don't know if I'm taking. I don't think I'm going to take a wheelbarrow, but we're going to go out and move sand. We're going to put sand, spread sand over the field to kind of fill in. So it may make it better. I don't know. I think I'll always be able to fly the Avante and the Arrows F-15, but the F-16, I don't know, because if you notice in that video, the grass is starting to grow on the runway. Even though I can cut it down, I can cut it short. I also in my bag I have earplugs in case, you know, because we have 2 mowers out there, and so I might get shamed into riding a mower around to help out mowing, and I got to have earplugs for that. I don't want to go more deaf. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I've tried. I bought a carpet runner one time, and I tried that at another field over a crack because we had a pretty bad crack at Chernobyl, and it worked sort of okay. But what I ended up doing is go buying some quickcrete, and I just got out there with, I took, like 2 5-gallon buckets of water out there. I just kept mixing up cement, got down on my hands and knees with a trowel and just kind of troweled it in, and that made it really nice. I didn't do the whole thing, but just, because when we landed, we tried to miss that crack. But like when you're taxiing out and taxiing back and stuff, man, that was how crack's bad for you. Well, yeah, crack's bad for your plane too. But hey, Gary, how you doing, man? Missed your flight. I was busy working today. I've been working in the garage. I'm kind of trying to organize things a little better out here. Now, this was rubber back, Dave. It wasn't bad, but like I said, most of the planes, so far, uh, really the only warbird that I have that doesn't do the 109 doesn't it's okay, but I have to really land it just right to touch it down to keep it from nosing over. Like I touched the front wheels and dropped the tail right away and land it kind of slow. When I'm on it works well. Oh, no, you didn't crash, did you, Gary? I was gonna watch your video. I always watch your videos, man. What'd you crash? Holy, man. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, man? You missed the grand tour. You see the planes. The planes. Yeah, I mean, and I like belly landers, so I've got belly landers that fly out there and stuff. Yeah, the Havoc Racer, that was a plane I haven't taken out. I was going to think of taking it out next time and flying it. Everybody wants to know what you crashed, Gary. I know. Watch his videos. If you don't watch his videos, I know you guys all do. Heck, we all watch each other's videos. Not the Mamba 10. Yeah, my Mamba 10. When I was putting it on the new rack today, the deflection was pretty high on the aileron, so I went to move it. It was cold this morning. It was like 40 some degrees. It just went crack, so I had to go get my foam tack and my brush and brush it on the aileron to make it work again. Hey Shay, how you doing, man? That's saying Shay's better than saying Chi, but you're like me, last name of Fry. I hear Frey, Fry, whatever. But I'll try to pronounce it Shay. Yeah, sure thing. If you want to, Dave, that's fine. I can get you a shirt too. Yeah, I don't have one of my shirts on tonight. Like I said, I had my heavy sweatshirt on earlier, and then I took it off. I was just wearing a shirt. And Roland, I watch your videos. I like your videos. I haven't watched your X. I saw your XK helicopter videos. I had it up to watch. Oh man, Jeff, that's one of my dream planes there, buddy. Holy cow! With two 5,000 lipos, man, that's a score. Yeah, there's a guy, Mike at the field. He has a T-28, and I watch him fly it every time. I think, man, this is gonna be the last flight of that plane, but he always manages to get it down. He flies it wide open too. Because he's used to flying his gas planes wide open. Yeah, yeah, Dave. My email address is right there. It's right there right underneath the Jeff in Lower Alabama. Fly X Jeff X Fly RC at yahoo.com. 400, man. I would have done something to get that, but I've kind of promised not to buy anything because we've got some bills coming up here, and Linda asked me to wait, so I'm gonna wait because man, I've bought a few planes November, December, January, so stuff like that. I mean, there's not anything coming. That Focke-Wulf 190 though, I love my Hobby King Focke-Wulf, and that Focke-Wulf. Um, my buddy Dirk, he's got one of the best flights I've seen on the 190 that he posted up. Man, it is good. In fact, it might be worth going out and finding here. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see what I got going here. Okay, so all right, so I'm going to switch over here, and I'm going to go out here. Let's see, let's go down. Let's see if I can find him. Because I don't usually click on his, I usually click on the, oh gosh. Where you at, man? Where you at? Where you at? Where are you at? Oh, he's not down that low. He's in Germany and stuff, and he just seems like, I mean, he's one of us. He flies with his buddies and stuff. And he has his kids out there, and he's even got a dog. Oh man. Gosh. Huh. Where you at, man? Where you at? See, I don't know him so much by his YouTube name as his real name. Oh man. Where you at, man? Where you at? Sorry, guys. I wasn't planning this right. I had it keyed up. Of course, when you try to find it, it's like I'm tired too. I think I'll have to go back to work so I can rest. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to go. I am at work. This is my job. This is what I was meant to do. There he is. Jeez. Let's see. Yeah, this is the one. This is the flight right here, man. It's got some wind too. And that ground isn't smooth either. That's not real smooth. You can see we have a lot in common, man. We fly off rough ground. He has a lot of EDFs that he flies. Just takes off perfect. I love how whoever's filming this, how they don't zoom in too tight. I know, like on your phone, you gotta look at it kind of to see it. That's just so cool, man. Yeah, this is the first time you could get out and fly since they've been under lockdown. But you get the idea of that. Let's get over here. Let's jump over here for the landing. He flies like I do. I love low stuff, man. I don't care for the music, but you still hear the stuff. He's got to do a drop. He puts nice videos together. They don't all have music. Now, see, I'd be suspicious that maybe this is his second landing, but I like Dirk a lot, man. This is just butter. But yeah, him. It's you can see his name right there, Canalator. But him and his mates get out there and stuff, man, and they have a good old time flying. It is really, really, really fun to watch. I mean, I enjoy watching his flights, but when the way he landed that, I was just like, I was impressed. You know, I'm always impressed with any flight I see, but just seeing that, you know, I just thought, you know, that's great, man. Ah, man, Jeff, bind and fly 400 bills with two 5,000 batteries. Man, you and Shay, man, you guys are living large, man. I look in the Facebook marketplace for planes and stuff, and somebody's got a two-stroke from 1967, you know, and they're wanting $350 for it, you know. That, yeah, Tug. I mean, he clanks a couple times, but it's like when they have jet days out there, when him and his buddies bring their jets out, man, it is nice. You know, I'm surprised they take off on his grass, because his grass is like, you know, his field might not be quite as rough as mine, but that's not park grass at all, or field grass. All right, Roach. We'll see you, buddy. I'll make sure and catch your E-Machine helicopter. Those helicopters, those the same ones that the Patinkin brothers did. Man, that thing looked great. But those of you that weren't here earlier, I guess I'll do a pan around again because this rack that I built isn't quite finished yet. I'm putting casters on the bottom, padding on the rails for the planes, and then I've got my bungee launcher hanging off the side. And I've left the top up higher like that because I didn't know if I wanted to put like maybe put a top on it and then have a middle shelf. But I think I'm going to put shelving on my other racks that I build over there. You can see I have plenty of particle board. I'm thinking of putting a layer of particle board on the top of that. But that's all going to be on rollers, and I'm going to put pad down there for the wings and stuff. Then there's my freestanding floor rack that I built, and I don't use 3/4 inch tools anymore. The big heavy tools, because I no longer have a car that I can use those on. So I have two, like what is it, 3/4 inch drive socket sets and big ass wrenches in there and stuff. Two toolboxes stacked on it. And then I've got that wall rack there. And this rack, I've put in 3 planes on it before. The top plane's upside down, and then use my ladder to get to it. But I don't know. I don't like it. And I just set my bungee launch rails up on there tonight. I don't like them being on my plane at all. So I'm gonna fix that. But this is, I don't know. My garage is not a show place or anything like that. It's a working garage. I'm always out here building something, coming up with something to build, tinkering. Yeah, I wanna build something. Yeah, it's just and I want to build a plane. That's what I want to build. I want to do an ARF, but right now I don't have time because I want to start working on learning the Radio Master more and stuff. But yeah, Tug. I mean, yeah, Dirk. And I commented. And we chatted back and forth a little bit there on the video and stuff. But he seems like a great guy. I mean, Yeah, Tug, beer cooler storage. I got a stick plane out here. I got my Sig Cadet. It's sitting on the floor behind me here. Yeah, Roy, I swept pretty much wall to wall. I straightened up the shelves over there. And it's funny because Linda was only supposed to have like, I gave her like a section of shelves, about like this to put her stuff. Yeah, she's got 2 shelves full of yard stuff, but I don't care. It keeps her happy, keeps me happy. And, I mean, her flower gardens looks nice and attracts those one hoverbirds, no hummingbirds. I know what they're called. I'm just trying to tease and stuff. And like all the flowers that are around the yard and stuff. She like talks about, every flower, a name, this name, that name. I goes, just tell me where it's at. Where is it at? Out by the garage, on the corner of the house, by the fence, the back fence, just tell me where it's at. I don't need to know what it's called. Yeah, Roy, it's funny. I've been throwing stuff away like crazy, man. Because I still got a lot of stuff that we hauled around in the army, man. Yeah, I take offense, beer cooler planes. I don't have any planes big enough. Well, let me see. The Cessna 170, you could probably put some beer and ice in there, but that's what I've got my battery bag for. Again, this is what I keep my batteries in. For those of you that weren't here, it's just a soft-sided cooler. It keeps them cool in the summer, and then for those cold winter flights when I go flying, it keeps them warm. But I'm just kidding. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having another balsa plane. I was talking about that earlier, Tug. I'm thinking like a 4-star 54 or 60 or an extreme flight. They're I forget what it's called. It's not an Extra 300. It's not an MXS. It's blah 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 something else. Maybe an Edge 540 with the winglets on it and stuff. and then the people that make, oh God, I can't think of the name. That's driving me nuts, man. Those planes that Wesley did a review on, that the P&P balsa planes, they make a great extra plane too, man. That thing looks nice. Yeah, yeah, not so much these guys, but like when I joined the Wiregrass, no, not the Wiregrass, that's the I don't know, whatever our old club, I can't even remember, but yeah, those guys. I was the only one flying balsa or foam when I started, and then like before we lost the field, a lot of them had a lot of foam planes and stuff. Yeah, Cliff Harvey, he wants me to build a kit. I wouldn't mind doing an ARF. I mean, I built one when I was probably, gosh, I was probably like a second grade or something like that. I was building like one of those gallows kits. I had a fuse built, and I was working on a wing when my little brother got a hold of everything and just destroyed it. So you had to goop the tissue paper. I enjoyed it because I mean I built models. I saved my allowance, and my parents owned a bar and restaurant, and I started cleaning that thing from when I was like 5, and then they started paying me a little bit to do it and stuff, So I would save my money, and then we'd collect pot bottles. We would sell vegetables. We would rake yards. We would do all kinds of stuff to get cash. Hey, Rich, how you doing, man? Looking forward to seeing you guys again. Yeah, we're coming down there in the cool part of the spring. Yeah, I was looking at the 30-day calendar, man. It's fixing to get hot here. Like in the 10-day, there's a bunch of we got some 80s coming. So I think it was a colder winter, and I think it's going to be a hotter spring and summer. Yeah, man, Roy. Yeah, the dope. Yeah, I forget what it was. It was like a glue or something, and you had to paint it on. All right, Dana. OMP Hobbies. That's it. That's it, Eric. Yeah, they got that extra they've got, or it's a sport plane. I don't know if they call it an extra. Man, but if you look at how that thing is built, it seems like it's built great and light. It's got a lot of carbon in it and stuff with the wood. It just looks awesome. Yeah, George. That's what I was thinking of getting an extreme flight one. Because I've seen them at Perry and stuff. I'm impressed with them too. I mean, they're great. Because I love flying that my Flex Extra, and I like just any kind of extra. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? But I'm telling you what, man, that arrow, I saw the arrows is finally sold out. But that thing, to me, it flies great, and it's got the best landing gear. Because you've seen when I've taken it off in the rough ground. I mean, our runway is rough because my free wing F-16, I don't have the upgrade gear on it or anything like that. So just like about every other flight, and it's not from the landing, it's from the taking off. Because I can usually that thing I know I can float it in. I'm familiar enough with it to where I can get it on a nice alpha and just float it in nice and soft. But you know, I like flying it. I like the way it looks and stuff. I guess because I have so many flights on it that it's like my first big EDF that I bought was that plane. Because I haven't bought a lot of EDFs because I like flying them. I like flying them a lot, but I like flying the other stuff better. But I'm flying them right now a lot because I don't think when summer comes and the grass grows, I'm going to be able to fly an EDF out there. Yeah. Oh man, I bet George. Yeah, they just seem nice because they had like 3 tables of built planes there at Perry you could buy that they'd already built, but they just look quality. I mean, that one that Dave Marshall frets over and stuff. That biplane that they have, it seems it just seems quality. That's all I can say. It doesn't feel real heavy and stuff. They like it. But that's zero. That's nice, Paul. 86 inch zero. Yeah, zero is safe. I've never flown a zero, but my buddies had the FMS zero, and they offered to let me fly it, but I was kind of leery to fly their planes. After all, they called me Ace. They didn't call me Ace because I was good. They called me Ace because when I was learning, I would shoot down and crash a lot of my planes. So they start one day. One of them said, "Man, I think you just earned the rank of Ace today, Jeff." And I was like, and it stuck. Just like Dave, he was test pilot Dave, and Rick was Bob Hoover Rick. Because he does everything so well, stuff. I don't know what Kenny's got in store for us tonight. I hope it's good. I'm gonna grab my notebook and take it in, hook it up to my other monitor. This is like a 32-inch monitor that I have out here now, and I have my TV in the room in there. I need to drink, man. I've been talking so much. It's funny. It's like some days at work during the corona, I might not talk to two people the whole week. I'm so used to blabbing it up with people and stuff. Wow. Yeah, a big extra. My test pilot Dave, he had an extra 540, the E-Flight balsa that they used to have, the blue one. Oh man, that plane flew so well. Gosh, that thing flew like butter in the air. That's ice water, and this is Spike the Likes juice. I'm not going to tell you what it is. No, begins with an S. Ah, it's good. Because I haven't been drinking. That's one thing I haven't been doing since I've been retired and stuff. It's just like, because it's like, because before I was retired, I wouldn't come home and eat lunch and have a beer, but like on days when I wasn't working, it was like noon is a beer time, and I don't drink much. I'll have maybe a beer for lunch and maybe a beer for dinner. I used to drink more back when I was running the kegerator. That thing wasn't really conducive for not drinking. Well, I don't know. I don't know, Tug. That's pretty big, 87 inches. It was funny when I was building that rack. Linda was like, "Where are you going to put it?" I said, "Well, I'm thinking of putting it in the garage." I even offered to put it out in steel building. Steel building gets hot. I've got a Grand Tundra that I wrecked where I didn't want to fix it again. That I've got out there that I've been pulling parts off if I need them. And I got my Dynamoaco out there because it's so brittle from being like it's almost 10 years old. All right, Shay, we'll see you, man. Yeah, you got your kids to take care of there, buddy. Yeah, I think your plane days are going to be clipped here, man. It's like going from one to two isn't so bad. I don't know what it's like to go to three. I wouldn't want to know because I tell you, if our second son would have been the first, I don't think we'd know. I'm just kidding. I love both my boys, but let's just say one was more challenging than the other and stuff. But they're good. They're good guys. But yeah, it's tempting, Tug, but I just don't want another big plane right now. That's why once I get rid of the bikes and I put it in Facebook Market, and I'm letting my son sell it, which is a mistake because he's trying to get what they're worth. If I was pricing them, man, they'd be gone already. I'm telling you that right now because I don't care. I've had them for a long time. I've ridden them. I've had a lot of fun on them. I'm ready to get rid of them. Oh, they just lost the airstrip? Darn, Tug. Yeah, our field out there, they fly real planes. I haven't seen anybody fly. I was asking Caleb, but they have an Anaconda, but somebody banged into it in the garage, and um, they're not gonna fly it until he does he can do he's what A and P or something like that. He can inspect planes, But he's going to repair it and then get one of his buddies that can okay plane repairs and have him check it off. Yeah, I just don't. Man, it sounds tempting, because I've seen them fly at the beach, the big ones. Oh yeah, there was a guy had an extreme flight, one of the big extras there, and he took off, and I think he had his ailerons reversed, and it was a four stroke on it, man. He took off and it went whop, and it was like a three bagger. He had people up there. It looked like one of those kids Easter, Easter when they go out for the Easter egg hunt. Everybody out there picking up pieces for him. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, T28, man. My T28, my poor Park Zone T28. I keep looking at her and keep thinking about getting the yellow PMP because that's a good price. 169 bucks for the yellow PMP T28. That's not a bad price at all. Corona killing the clubs there? What are members dying from it, or just nobody wants to go out and fly anymore? Because that's one reason why I think I don't see people out at the field. Yeah, because we're down. I think we're down to 11 members, and our the yearly on the field is like 2,500 or something like that. The lease. Yeah, they're going to no mask here, but I'm still going to wear a mask. I don't know. I think I will. I mean, it doesn't bother me. You know. Now, if they forced me to wear it, I may be. But see, when I was working for the government, we were required to always wear a mask, and heck, I couldn't go there for the longest time. I couldn't go 50 miles, more than 50 miles. It's like when I went down there to the Toys for Tots, I had to come get permission to go, and then I had to do, Linda and I both had to do 2 weeks. They called it wrong. I don't know. It's quarantine is what it is. They just didn't want to call it quarantine, so they called it wrong. That's just it, man. There's not a lot of young, I don't see a lot of young people are flying, but they're not joining AMA. They're just everybody's so anti AMA, and I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. To me, I think it looks to me anyway that Flight Test has more of a outlook for the hobby flyers than AMA does. But I know AMA they're concerned with what? What is AMA concerned with? They're concerned with AMA fields, which is, if I was AMA, I would be too. That's good, George. It's growing. And then plus, I think our club, they say they want to grow it, but I don't think they really do. I really don't. Wow. The beach club membership is down too. When I was down there talking to them about a month ago, and I want to go back there and fly. But heck, I like our field. It takes me. I go a back road. It takes me. I stop. I usually stop. Sometimes I'll stop twice. I'll stop once to get a drink, and then stop at the last gas station before the field to make sure. If I got to go to the bathroom or something, I can go. But it takes me 38. If I stop twice, 38 minutes. I can get there in 32 with no stop on an average, and that's driving through two towns at 30 miles an hour. So I mean, it's not like it's terrible. No, I haven't. I haven't watched Discover RC, Roy. Firefox is a great young pilot. Yeah, I know they're out there. They're good. But like the young guys where I work, I've told you that before that they don't care. But anyway, Kenny's getting ready to go. He's probably going live now. I want to thank you all for joining me. I don't know. Let me know if you like being out in the hangar. I kind of like, I don't know. I could pick a plane up and show it to you. I've got five UMXs here. We could do a UMX unboxing. I know that's something everybody hasn't seen before. But I thank you all for joining me and everything. And it's been great. I can't wait to meet some of you in person. Um, I just, I love flying with people, even though I'm out there by myself. But the T-28 video that's coming up, you got Kaylee out there. Hey, Dennis, how you doing, sir? Well, we'll see y'all. This is Jeff. I'm in the garage. Tuco's in the house. He's probably asleep. He's been out here in the garage with me. I've got a lead he can run around on. He's been out here helping me a lot. I'll tell you that. Yeah, he's big help in the garage when you're cleaning. But thank you all for stopping by. Bye.